It's Brunch with Brian. Ta-da! So welcome to Brunch with Brian. And here we are. It's Formal Dining Room Friday, as you know. And today we are talking about Phone Skills Friday. So obviously, real estate investing is heavily a phone business. And so I want you guys to develop your phone skills. So what do you need to be good on the phone? There's just two things. It's confidence and competence with a script. Okay, so I want you to write those two things down. It's Phone Skills Friday, and what other kind of Friday is it? It's Formal Dining Room Friday, as you guys know, who are our brunchers. I always go to our Formal Dining Room Friday on today. So I hope I'm coming through on Facebook. We've had a little technical issues on and off, but I think we're back. So again, Phone Skills Friday today. So what do you need? What are the two crucial keys to being great on the phone? Okay, there's two things that you need to have to be great on the phone. And the first thing is confidence, and the second thing is competence with a script. Okay, so that's two things. And of course, that has to be a great script. I should say competence with a great script. So how are you going to get deals done? How do successful salespeople close deals? How do they rack up those dollars? Well, it's those two things. They're confident. Whenever you see somebody who's good on the phone like Lynette, when we show you guys some of those live calls, I mean, there's no hesitation. And same with me, I just don't do those calls as much live like I used to. Now, I used to do them all live. If you guys have our closing calls live system from way back when, I'm updating it and I will give you a free upgrade on that because I'm revolutionizing the way that is set up, and I'm adding tests to everything. So if you guys didn't know this, by the end of the year, every course is going to have a test that goes along with it, so I can make sure that you know what you're doing when you get out there. So including what to say and what to do. In fact, guys, if you already have what to say and what to do, and you have the upgrade where you can access your files through ourwolfpack.com, the test is up there now. So it's a 65 question test, and you have to get 50 right to pass it. So if somebody takes it, I would love to hear, because I think you might be the first person to take it. We just put it up there. So somebody go in there and take that test. You need your most current what to do manual. Most of the answers are in your what to do manual. So the what to say and what to do system now has a test in there. I'm also adding the test for the deals at a distance system. So those are important. But let's get back to phone skills. I want you guys to pass those tests, after you get the course. So, but let's talk about phone skills. So again, I said two things lead to phone skills: confidence and competence with the script. Let's look at competence. I'm going to say competence with the script first. Let's focus on that one. Competence with the script means what? Means role playing, and just role playing it enough where you had every little twist and turn. And a lot of these scripts say, if yes, go here. If no, go here. And if you're not competent with the script, you're not going to know where to go. So you're going to be lost right in the middle of the crucial phone call. So that's why you've got to practice it. You've got to role play every script a few times. If it's just to remember, in the what to say system, we have all the closing calls and all the objection answers have that your turn section. So you can just turn on the video and have the video playing and have the scripts in front of you and just have the closing call go, and you just read through the whole closing call. Okay, but you should practice these things, role play either with videos with somebody else who's a supportive person, and that's your way to practice and to get competent before you actually have to talk to live sellers. Now, you will get competent talking to live sellers over time, and I'm going to get to that in a second about confidence, okay? But over time, that is experience. So education is your role playing, is having the right scripts, reading them over, studying them, and role playing them. That is the first component of this. Okay, so education, the three things that lead to, now let's go back to confidence. The three things that lead to confidence are education, experience, and role control. Okay, so education, number one, you should be a lot more confident to talk to sellers once you've got the scripts, the best scripts in the business, you've read them over, you've role played them with the videos, you've role played them with someone else. That should all build up your confidence. And then when you get on the phone with the seller, you should present fairly confidently. All right, and then that's the education component. Okay, so education, number one, it's role play, read the script, study the script. What's the main scripts you got to get good at? If you're doing your own opening calls, there's basically 4 opening call scripts, and that's the FSBO opening call script, the realtor, the listing realtor opening call script, and now we're doing tons more with realtors that we weren't doing before. Okay, and then you've got your landlord opening call script, and then you've got your off-market seller opening call script, which is a lot of times distressed seller opening call. Okay, so those are your basic 4 opening calls. Those are all one sheet. You can practice them and get good at them, and those aren't too complicated. Then closing call wise, remember there's 3 big main closing calls in the creative financing business, and that is seller financing, subject to, and sandwich lease purchase. So you can practice those, but you're primarily going to be using one strategy. Now, depending on your area, you may do a lot of sandwich lease purchases, but most of our students are using mainly the seller financing closing call. Now, the subject to closing call is coming back strong because the first question, one of the key questions in that is, will you sell us the house for what you owe on it? Well, that hasn't really applied to a lot of houses over the last few years, but now it's starting to apply again. So these are the 3 closing call scripts. They're very similar. A lot of the verbiage is the exact same. So if you get good at one of them, it translates to the other 2. In fact, there's only a few lines different that separate these kinds of deals. Now, I just want you to mainly focus on the seller financing closing call script, and it's about 2.5 pages. And I want to make sure you have your home investor biography, a really strong biography that you feel confident about, that when you say it, you feel like that seller is going, okay, yeah, this person knows what they're doing and I could work with them. All right, so that's a key component in all your scripts. So I like to call it Phone Skills Friday today because you're setting up Deal Meeting Saturday. So every Saturday you should be thinking Deal Meeting Saturday. You should try to have a deal meeting every single Saturday, going out and looking at a house, buying a house. So that's a key thing, and that what sets you up for that Deal Meeting Saturday is your Phone Skills Friday. Okay, so let's get good at the phone and if you're already pretty good, let's get better. And so again, how do you do it? Education, experience, and role control. So education, reading over the script, studying the script, role playing. Experience, talking to sellers. What you do every time you pick up the phone and call a seller, that's giving you more experience. So you're getting more and more experienced every single call you make when you're reading that script. Okay, and then the third thing, role control. Now, role control, I want you in the right mindset. So that's in the right role. A lot of people, when they go to the phone and pick up the phone, what role are they in? They're in nervous newbie. They're a nervous newbie who's struggling with a new script. Okay, and you come across like nervous newbie. All right, so what's the role I want you to be? I want you to be real estate winner. And that's why we use that affirmation. I am a real estate winner. And that's why you use it right before you go on the call. But also, I want you guys to actually create the role chart for Successful Home Investor for you. We have these role charts that you actually make up, and you write your schedule, and you actually have your outfit, your wardrobe for that character, that role that you play. So for 7 to 10 or 5 to 10 hours a week, you're playing a role. You're playing a role of real estate winner, of successful investor, and to play that role, it's good to define that role. And so that's what the role chart is for. So if you guys want that role chart, it just says Successful Home Investor on it, and it's got a whole bunch of boxes that you fill in, including your memory matrix. What's your memory matrix? It's the 3 most positive, supportive memories you have in your life that tell you that you can be successful as a real estate investor. Okay, and I want those written out on the chart. So anytime you're thinking about the past and you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to be successful because of this or that. No, you're going to say, I am going to be successful because of that and that and that. That shows me how I'm on this path to success. You didn't get this far just to get this far. I love that saying. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get our phone skills developed, and let's have deal meeting Saturday. Let's have a great Saturday. Hey, everybody. Lori, Isabel, Robert. Good morning. Lynette. Awesome to see all you guys. I can't see if you're on YouTube, but I can see you when you're on Facebook in my chat. All right, so let's have a really great weekend this weekend. Guys, this is the time. We're into December now. And so this is the time a lot of people are slacking off, and the sellers still have to sell their houses. They're not slacking off. So let's get out there and let's buy a house this weekend. Let's get a house under contract. And that starts with getting on the phone. Every great deal that we've made hundreds of thousands of dollars on started with a phone call. I called Brandon. One I always think of is I called Brandon and Shelly, because I didn't really want to make the call, and Shelly had been kind of grouchy on the opening call, but I called and it turned into a deal we ended up making $493,000 on. Okay, it starts with the phone call. So let's make those phone calls today. Hi, Christy, and let's get going. Let's get rocking and rolling and have a great weekend and a great December. Just one deal by Christmas. Remember, 16 days to a great payday. Hey, if you want our new creative financing deal timeline, it's a really cool new form I made up, so you might want to get that. Okay, so I'm great on the phone. Let's do that. That's our affirmation for today. Remember, I count it down and then we do it 3 times. Okay, 1, I'm great on the phone. 1, 2, 3. I'm great on the phone. I'm great on the phone. I'm great on the phone. Yeah. And guys, say that right before. You can say, I'm a master caller. I'm a real estate winner. Use some great affirmation to take control of your mind. Your mind isn't always on your side. Sometimes your mind is bucking and betraying you and not giving you the most positive thoughts. So take control and, help guide your mind into the right kind of thinking. Law of attraction is in operation at all times. If you're keeping it positive, you're drawing positive things into your life. Okay, so let's do our deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. This adds positive energy to your body. We don't take care of our bodies as much as we should sometimes. And your body is thanking you when you do nice deep breathing, and drink a lot of water. Your body loves water and a lot of deep breathing. If you could do deep breathing like 10 times a day, your body would love it and you'd be a lot more healthy, and it's fun and it makes you feel good and it's refreshing. I always find it to be that's a word I associate with my deep breathing, refreshing. So refreshing. And it's also relaxing. You can relax your body too. So don't forget your deep breathing. It's a good pick-me-up anytime during the day. And as is a smile. So smile therapy. Always be conscious of smiling. Always smile when you're doing your deep breathing. And smile anytime you think of it during the day. A smile is your door to happiness at any moment, to that emotion of happiness. So don't forget that. Okay, so guys, awesome day, awesome Lunch with Brian. Have a great weekend. And until I see you on Monday, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking lots of action. Thank you, guys.